Okay. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
And
Hello.
hello everyone. And today we'll be discussing Dear Martin chapter 7 to chapter 9. So I am Ahmad Surah and I am the summarizer.
I am Khalid and I am the questioner.
I'm Nasruddin and I am the summarizer. Nani?
Aina, we
We
can't
can
hear you.
hear you. Okay, it's okay. Aina is the Miss Vocabulary, and I'm Bella as the connector. So should we
Okay, so
proceed with who?
Yes, we can start with passage page selector first.
Alright.
Do you guys hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes. Passage selector for chapter 7.
Passage selector for chapter 7.
So the
Was it Ansar?
Yes, it is Ansar.
no, I thought I was the summarizer.
No.
Oh, okay, okay.
We
So
changed it starting the chapter 8.
oh, my bad.
Right?
So
Is it my bad or Ansar's bad?
No,
Ansar. Ansar.
I think it's my
Ansar
bad. Okay, okay.
bad.
Okay, no worries. I can just select any passage. Okay. Um, wait a sec. Okay, you guys good, right? Okay. Let's wait. Let's wait. Um.
While we wait for Ansar, could I go first?
Of course,
Yes.
Miss Vocab.
Okay. So, today for chapter 8, it will not be a word. It will be a phrase which I found.
chapter 7 actually.
Oh, sorry, chapter 7. Okay, chapter 7 is actually a phrase, not a word. It's in page 48, and I found it interesting, which is it's in the SJ's dialogue, her long passage. She wrote it there. Justice are more or less equally qualified. Has nullified your assertion. Did you guys find it? It's in the middle of the page.
Yes, I found it.
Okay. So nullified your assertion. Nullified we learn right in ITGS it means like zero. So actually nullified means it made the sentence mean nothing. Assertion means that something that you assert people, like you make people to you give a strong statement. So in this sentence has nullified your assertion. That means something that he did has made his strong statement become nothing. Did you guys get it?
Yes,
Thank
Aina.
you.
Thank you.
That's
Yes,
all.
got it. I like that. Okay.
Can you give me another example on how to use it?
For this nullified, is it? Okay, just a second.
It's like cancel your assertion or something, like the meaning. I don't quite understand it.
Uh,
I think it seems like that.
I guess it invalidate the point. Like your
yes,
point is
in
not
Oh,
it's
Invalidate.
I see. Okay, thank you.
Like
your
that.
point is invalid anymore because the justification is wrong, something like that. Okay, so can I go second?
Of course,
Yes, you
go on.
can.
Because I got some interesting question here. We all know this chapter is about how Jared is babbling about what we call affirmative racism. Affirmative action discriminates against member of the majority, right? So this chapter is all about that. Um, I've got two questions here, and I guess you guys can just answer it both. The first one is: imagine you guys are one of the members of the class. What would you guys say to Jared? First to Jared, second to Justice, because Justice is being attacked by Jared here. And what would you guys say to Jared and Justice? I mean, obviously, what we guys say to Jared and advice for Justice, because he's being attacked in this chapter.
Okay, firstly, this scene is about how Jared feels that he's in injustice position, right? He's feeling injustice. So, I think it's quite Jared he's actually acting by his feelings and emotions. He doesn't think it rationally. Of course, Justice, he has almost same qualifications as Jared, but at the same time, there is something called quota which treats people fairly. So I think this quota also many people have thought about it and they structured it so that everybody get equally. So how come suddenly Jared, some individual without knowing the basic fundamentals, and suddenly is coming and opposing all this? Yeah, that's from my opinion.
Yeah, I agree with Aina because the university must also look from other point of view, right? Because he's only looking at his academic background. There's also justice in the debate team, and then there's also personal statement from each of them. So I bet there's another side that actually justice is a lot more better than Jared. Okay, anyone else?
I think for me, um, actually agree with Aina's statement because Jared seems to be acting uh, because of his emotion. He's upset because he didn't get to Yale. How do you pronounce it? Yale? Yale? Yale,
Yale,
right?
Yale,
Yeah.
Yale
Yeah,
University.
Yale. So, for me, I didn't get what he got upset because it's the what do you call the one who picks who get into the Yale administrator or
Yeah.
uh, what what do you call the one who decide what students get into the university?
Placement unit. No.
Hmm.
Yes, placement unit.
Yes. Okay.
So I think it's the placement unit's right to pick which student they want to pick. They didn't only look at their results or their behavior score. They also look at their quota, right? Whether they are uh, suitable to get into the university.
Alright, thank you, Anta. Nas and Bella, if you guys were there, Justice friends, don't you have anything to say to light him up a bit?
Yeah, the thing is, Justice, he cannot change anything about his background. So why does the result, okay, even though the result is like that, okay, it's probably his fault that he doesn't get higher. But the thing is, okay, if equality does exist, so how can he gonna change his background? How can he get the money easily and try to buy all the bookstores, all of the studying resources, compared to Jared, who is well off and worthy? It's just very discriminating.
Hmm. Yes, I agree with that. Actually, I don't know what to say. I think if I'm as a friend of justice, I just can talk to him that just live on with it because he cannot change what have happened, right? And his background is maybe is one of the things that causes other people that looks down to him and others, but that's the reality of life. You have to endure with it and cope with it. Yeah. So, is there any question left?
Yeah, actually, there's just one question came to mind. It's just him. I
Okay.
just heard that if you were to be Jared, for example, we are in College Mara Banting, right? And College
Yes.
it is called College Mara Majlis Amanah Rakyat, which is especially to help Bumi Putra, right? You asked to enter here, but then you didn't get, and then you know one of your Indian or Chinese friends get here, and you guys got the same academic, and you can say your Koku marks is also just the same as him or her. What would you guys think? Can you guys give me your thought about this?
In my opinion, I'll be cool with them because it's their opportunity. It's not their fault to blame. It's their own opportunity.
Yes, I think the same way too. I
Yeah.
wouldn't even have to think about it. I think they got the opportunity. Of course, they they lucky, like.
Yes, I agree with Ansar too. It is all about opportunity and luck
Yes,
too.
And
Even if we don't get into College Mara, we can try anywhere else.
yeah, on top of that,
yes,
we have a
Yes,
lot
because
more
College Mara is
rooms
already
for
ah College Mara is already a high and a prestige place, I think.
yeah.
So when we go to other place, I think we can actually get other places. Doesn't mean that when we have a great academic like that Chinese, we must go to the same place. There are other places.
yes, I agree with that.
Well said, well said.
Yeah.
Well said, right?
Think just like what Aina said, there's something called quota. Maybe there are thousands and a lot more Malaysian that is better than me, and they have already put the quota. But then there are quota for Indians and Chinese too, and then that's why my friends got. So perhaps I will think like that to suit my heart, to suit my heart. Okay, so I'll pass the mic to passage selector. There you go,
Okay,
Nan. I mean Ansar.
okay. Uh, okay. Let's look at Jared dialogue on page 47, the long one. Uh, he said, um, justice, yet he got into early action, and I didn't. I know for a fact it's because I'm white, and he's so. Uh, do you guys think that Jared argument about his white and justice black is a good argument?
To be honest, this his white and his black is just what like SJ already say, it's already nullified the assertion because it doesn't make sense that what do we call justice actually get in because he's black, but they actually look in all the aspects such as his extra activities he joined, his exams, and even his exams, one of his exams got higher than Jared, right? So that's one proof that he is actually get the offer by his own effort. There's nothing to do with his skin color. So that's why I guess Jared is really talking by his own by his he's not being rational here because I guess because his father something got to do with his father, that's why he got really emotional and just lash out in the class to justice like that. And the fact that he still claims that he did not discriminate black people really actually really didn't make sense anymore because his statement, for a fact, I'm black, I'm white, and he's black. It is something really racist for me.
Yes, I think so too. So it's really obvious that um Jared lose the debate, right, in this chapter because uh he didn't be a rational he didn't bring a rational argument there. So
And
can I pass?
guys, could could I ask something? That in this chapter, Justice got the quota for not racial causes, right? It's because of financial, right? Is it financial or because of racial?
I think
I
it's like
think,
yes.
yes, Sansa, you can go first.
Say it.
I didn't.
No, you say it first.
Okay, I think it didn't get anything to do with racial or financial or something like that. He got offered by Yale University by his own effort, like just like normal people applying to Yale. So the university is taking into account his extracurricular, his academic background, because it didn't state he got scholarship for financial or because of racial. Because one more thing, I don't think even if we are African American, when we get an offer, I don't think the university will mention it's because for racial quota, something like that. They will just say that we are got offered into that, so we will never know it's for racial quota or for finance. But financial, I guess not, because he got himself into that university by his own academic background and curricular.
Thank you, Ayat. I think we should go for summarizing, right? Oh,
Wait a
No, there
okay
is
minute.
lah. Okay,
another
okay.
Wait a
one.
minute.
Sorry, sorry.
Oh,
I need to
yesterday I forget
see how
about
this
you, now you
question
forget
connects
about
to the
me.
real world. Yeah.
Wait,
Don't worry.
you guys can
Everybody make
turn
me
to page 49, paragraph the fourth last, SJ dialogue. Okay, you guys there? Okay, now erase the two backgrounds. We'll keep it simple and say GPA wise. You have a 4 point and he has a 3.6. Test scores you got a 1580, right? Well, this guy got an 1120 based on GPA and scores only. Which one of you is more likely to get into a good college? Is that fair? You've had access to way more than he has. Would it be fair for a college to consider only GPA and test scores in determining who deserves to get in? Okay, to be honest, I've once become a Jared. Okay, it's like this. Back in the old days, when I was in Form 1, Form 2, Form 3, I'm still a scholarship student, but I get a partial scholarship because okay, my family is better well off, and the other person they got full scholarship. But the thing is, they didn't study as much as I did, and I got more good grades compared to them. So I was like very pissed off, like why did I had to pay more than them but I get good grades. So and then after a lot of years we befriend, and I know that we should not just say assume things like that. We should put ourselves inside of their shoes. Like we don't know, they don't have money to buy those things, they have a lot of siblings to taken care of in their home, they don't have a lot of time to study unlike us. So I always thought that they had it easy, but actually they had it worse compared to me. So yeah, we should put ourselves in their shoes before we assume things. That is my
That's a
okay.
deep connection you got there, Bella.
Sorry for
That's
being
funny.
Jared.
Okay, so I think we can summarize this chapter, right? Is there anything that you want to add?
No, Nas, you
No.
have the floor.
Okay. So this chapter talks about Jared, who is when coming to the, I think this is a debate class, right? To
Social evolution, something like that.
something like that. To talk about how affirmative action discriminates against member of majority. But actually, the reason why he wants to talk about this issue is because that he didn't get an offer from Yale, and he's get what they call degrade, right?
Deferred. Deferred.
Deferred. Okay, sorry, deferred, and justice get the first option lah. So I don't know what to say. I think it's all about how Jared thinks about how system works, and not very accurate, and the way he thinks about other races and others. And okay, after that, when Justice want to return home and tell his mom tell her mom that he get to Yale, he stumbled around with Trey, and I don't know why, but he talked to Trey that he get to the Yale University, and then uh, Trey and his gang are like forcing him to be like a natural black guy, right? Like that, right? I think like that. Actually, this chapter is very hard for me to understand, but I think I can give that all. If you have any additional things, yeah, I think that summarize this chapter. Okay, moving on to chapter 8.
Okay, so chapter 8, actually we change role here, right? May I introduce?
Yes. You want to
Okay,
introduce yourself or everyone?
everyone.
Yes.
Okay,
I am
Thank you.
I
it's
am
an
the
honor.
facilitator. Bella is the questioner. Anta is the summarizer. While Aina is the connector, and our Mr. Vocab is Nas. Okay, so actually I want to start first. That's why I want to introduce. May I? Okay, so before I start, let me share my screen first, so it's easier for you guys to see. Okay, can you guys see my screen? Can you guys
It's
see?
loading. Okay, we can see that.
Okay,
Yes.
wait,
You can
wait, wait,
see.
wait, wait, wait. Okay, we are at chapter 8, right? Okay, so
Yes.
actually at page 55. Can you guys see the words that are highlighted? Okay, the first
Yes.
one is whatever waves him off. She's not white, she's Jewish. It's different. They were slaves to dog, and then the Holocaust even now. Okay, what? Why I highlight this part is because can you see even among the white itself there are racism. There are difference between them. They are not just one type of white. I mean they are kept in white people also, and they all have different backgrounds. So I guess this is what another thing that the author want to highlight here, that is not everyone with the same skin color have the same background. So this is one thing, and another thing is this one is important because it pretty much sums up what Manny is trying to tell to Justice. Just if Milo and Nessie are diverging paths on the road of life, you are headed for a dead end, my friend. So I want to ask you guys, what do you guys think about that one sentence about headed to the dead end? Why did Manny say that to Justice? Anyone have any idea? No,
Uh,
it's okay.
I think I have. Basically, if I were to translate what Manny is trying to tell Justice, he's basically trying to say, uh, choose wisely because you don't know your future. So I think that's the only thing in my mind.
All right, thank you, Ansa. That is correct too. And I believe what Benny is trying to say, if you if they are diverging path, justice wouldn't get any of them. I mean, if he didn't choose wisely, he wouldn't get Melo and he wouldn't get SJ too. So that's why Manny is trying to advise his friend to choose wisely from now. Okay, the second thing is about Manny in Hills when he's choose with. Okay, this one is about Manny. This one is important. This passage is important because we rarely know uh, much about Manny because this story highlight a lot about justice only right. So this one actually tell us a little about Manny background. Manny inhales, filling his cheeks with air before blowing it out. I'm scared of black girls, man. Yeah, this is kind of surprising for me because we all know that Manny is hang out with a lot of girls in the previous chapter, but we never know that they are all white girls because actually he is scared with black girls. And the second passage is like real attitude and kind of ghetto. Okay, so I guess our vocabulary, Mr. Vocab can will tell us later what is ghetto. But if he didn't, I will tell us later. Okay, so this shows how many is actually also being kind of prejudiced towards his own race. I think because but perhaps maybe because it's that's the only type of black girl he's been meeting. But I guess we can't just like jumble up all black girls into one attitude because there are actually a lot of them. Like you say, Malay people are lazy. Not all Malay people are lazy, like, but I guess based on his experience, which is his cousins only, that's why many is kind of afraid with black girls. And I guess that passage really said it all. Why he really afraid with black girls. And I guess that's all for this chapter. All right, that's all. Do you guys have anything to add to the passage that I've chosen?
No, no. I think it is fantastic.
All right.
So we can we can continue with others.
I guess
Maybe we can.
I want to go with Mr. Vocab because there's something I want to know
Oh
from
no.
I have choose previously.
Okay, okay.
So next is
Ratatata.
Yes, yes.
Mr.
I
Vocab.
want to know the
I
meaning of
think.
ghetto.
Oh, for the meaning of ghetto. Actually, when I search at the internet, of course, the meaning of ghetto is actually quite weird. It is the meaning is a part of a city, especially a slum area occupied by a minority group of people, and there are no other things. But I think that this ghetto that he's trying to say is about that the girl that the woman, the black girls that he knows is actually quite quirky. I think it's weird. It's like that lah, I think. Maybe maybe Ayat, can you please and
Further
Okay,
explain.
so ghetto.
what did you explain? Because
No
I
problem.
cannot find this.
Okay, so ghetto is actually just like Sna said, it's actually like a like poverty area. It's about a place. Okay, let's just replace that place with person. So it's like someone with low academic background, someone without any what do we call what do we call sopan santun? Someone without
Like
Manners,
right
manners.
attitude, good
yeah,
attitude.
In the
manners.
right manner,
Yeah,
yes.
they didn't have right manners, and they are impoverished. Something like I'm not being prejudiced, but whenever we watch movies, there are some black people who acts like like they talk rudely and their appearance, something like that. I guess that's how many saw black girls in his eyes, since he is a rich people too. So that's why it's kind of like didn't click with him. That's why he kind of afraid with black girls, I guess. One more thing, ghetto is like something impoverished or low quality, something like that. Okay, thank you, nice. You can go on with your another vocabulary.
Yes, I think I can go on the vocabulary because I think this chapter is quite lack of vocab. But I think ghetto is the one that I didn't see. Um, so the first one that I choose is at page 58. As you can see, says 58 is the last one, right? So at there it's in the last passage there is a word slouches. Ah, okay, the word slouches. I think you guys know this, but this the meaning of it is standing, moving, or sitting in a lazy way. So at this passage it actually shows about the sitting in a lazy way. But I think you can use this slouching in a lot of ways. Maybe it's like queuing in a slouch way like that. I think that's all for my vocab and the one I
Wait,
get to.
I have a question.
Oh,
Um,
you have a
uh,
question? Yes,
just
give me
one.
please.
Um, what is Ottoman actually? I know it's furniture, but uh, I rarely heard of it, so I didn't get the picture of
Hmm.
what type of furniture is it.
Ottoman furniture, yeah. So I think Ottoman furniture is um
It's like table, right? It's like table, or like a chair.
Oh, from the
Okay.
It's a
wait, I think
counter
I
or
can search
something.
for it. Okay. I think it's like yes, but place where to sit, but it's a low one. You know the place where like
Ooh.
um how can I explain this?
Where you put your feet.
Sometimes when where you put your feet,
Ah.
yes, I think that's the place. Sometimes when
Ah.
they sell furniture kan, and they put like that Ottoman furniture, the one that in cubed form in front of a sofa. Like that. So that is actually the Ottoman, the place where you can put your leg during sitting. So no, no, no. Yes. So I think that's all for vocab. I think we can continue next with some
Okay.
questions
Oh,
Wait,
or
can you guys proceed with another person? I think my internet connection is.
okay.
Wi-Fi. Hey, Wi-Fi. Siapa letak? Dia tak ada bilik kan? Wait, why can't I hear Aina?
Actually, I can hear.
yeah, I can hear
actually I think we can hear.
to
Do you have
disconnect.
any problem?
Try to disconnect and rejoin.
But if I disconnect, I record.
Oh my god. Okay,
Uh,
we wait for you. We wait for you. Or if you
you record using OBS, right?
Oh wait, Aina. Okay.
Ah,
Bella, can you hear me
Ah,
Aina.
now?
okay, now I can hear you.
Okay, okay.
Alhamdulillah.
Okay. Okay.
Alhamdulillah.
So I would like to connect the line in page 55, which is justice take a deep breath. Many, my mama would blow every gasket in a 50-mile radius. So I think this is quite connectable. He's actually from America, right? And it's quite connectable with the stereotypes of Asian moms, where if they get angry, they really show it, right? Which is really opposite to what most English movies show us. Like the mothers are like so polite, and their mothers are like so they use very soft words towards their children, right? So if this one he really describes that his mother will be really furious. So I think it connects with the stereotypes of Asian moms getting angry. Yeah. That's all. I think character, are you ready?
Aina.
Yes?
Actually, I have a very personal question. May I ask you?
Yeah, sure. I'll try to answer.
Um, you have what do you call Indian descendant, right? You have Indian. Okay, so this is just a question. Is your family like really like want you to marry some other people, some with people with Indian background too, or they didn't matter if you married with another Indian or I mean Malay or Chinese, or you never talk about it?
Well, for my family, it's quite early though to talk about this. But in my opinion, from what I observed, my cousins are that. Wait a minute. Am I the only one who couldn't see Olivia Girudi?
I
Y'all
can
can see
see
him.
Olivia.
I can see him.
Yes, you could see.
Yes.
Okay, I could only hear him. Never mind. Okay, so based on my experience with my relatives, right, I look at them. Some of them they marry Malays, and they actually lose we could speak Tamil, but after they marry with someone Malay, their children start speaking in Malay, and their children don't even know how to speak Tamil. So I think that's the cultural loss there. Like, yeah, we know a language, but it goes to a waste when it's not practicable, right? So in my opinion, I think if they marry with same like mixed background, maybe they could still talk the language. I think it's from my opinion though.
All right, thank you, Aina. Just know this. Just I mean, I'm sorry if this question offended you a little, but I really didn't mean it.
No, no, it's okay. It's
From my
good.
curiosity. Thank you, Aina.
Okay, are you guys ready for some questions?
Yes.
I thought
Okay,
it was
Uh,
Artemisia.
yes, I'm ready for the question.
okay,
I'm ready with
so
any kind of question. I'm always
open
ready.
okay, chapter 8, right? So why do you think Manny is dying to know what is happening between Melo and no, how long has it been between Melo and Justice? What do you guys think?
I think it's because he's not in relationship, and I think it's normal between teenagers to know who likes who. It's an interesting topic, and I don't know why.
Yeah, and so of that, it's his best friend, right? That's why he really wants to know.
Good, but in the in the page 53, last 5 paragraph, Manny shakes his head. I thought we were boys. Just it's probably depicts that uh he's trying to say that between the three of them, even SJ is considered as their own group of will not getting couple, you know? That will never happen. Oh, don't you guys think that Manny is
Yeah, true,
fond
true.
of who SJ? Yeah.
Wait, can you repeat the question? I don't really get it.
Like, don't you guys think
Yeah.
like Manny have a feeling towards SJ or something?
It's possible. Yes, I think it's possible
Yes,
because
I think
Honestly,
actually.
I don't think so. I don't
Eh,
think so that
oh,
many
what?
has.
You say many?
Yeah.
Sorry,
oh
sorry.
many,
Okay,
many, not
Many?
justice.
Justice.
I don't think so. I don't think many actually kind of like
Many, right?
Yeah, think about the
yes.
plot twist.
I don't think
No, no, no.
many.
I don't think it. No.
No, because
I think
because
it's
justice already
impossible
he already
because
see justice with SJ, so I think the chance of him to have a feeling towards SJ is very low
yes,
Yeah, I
because
guess
uh,
if you say it's Jared, there's a possibility because in the previous chapter it's actually thought of they actually talk about uh Jared want to hang out with what's her name? SJ, right? Okay. So I guess it's really impossible, but there's like 1% possibility for many to like SJ.
Yes. We're talking about chance here right now.
Yeah. Do you have any more question?
There's one more thing about, I guess it's something about bro code where when you're friends, and I guess Jared, I mean, apa nama dia? Many already know that Justice like SJ, right? So why would he be
Yes.
his
Yeah.
friend?
Okay.
Okay.
So let's
So
come.
we can go to the summarizer.
Okay. Just a quick
What has
summarization.
happened?
Okay. So at the start of chapter, Manny and Justice, they having a small talk, and then it shifted towards like gossip kind of topic between Justice and SJ and Melo, right? So uh, the topic, uh, the conversation topic become like, uh, do Justice like either one of them? And then after they talk a little bit, then Manny start to open up his background a little bit about his being afraid of black woman, and they kind of talk about race and religion again, something about SJ being a Jewish, and then um, after quite a while, after they talk a little bit, then they have a silence, and then they talk again, and then after everything settled down, they got bored about the topic, and then they finally watched the movie. So that's the end of the chapter 8. So can we move to chapter 9? Or do you guys have any question?
No, I guess we can proceed with chapter 9. So who wants to start first?
Uh, I'm suggesting uh, vocab because there's a little bit of
Uh,
word that
I
I didn't
see that
understand.
you are the one, someone who likes vocab too, right?
Yes.
So maybe we can move to the page 63. Yeah, I think 63. At the at the passage. Wait first, I open it too. Okay, that's at the first passage. Okay. From the passage, by the time they get to the super predator stuff, all these judges are wrapped. Okay, so the word wrap here is actually means that completely fascinated, which means that the judges at the when they hit the supporting of the argument, they were like, whoa, astonished. I think astonished is one of other similar meanings. So I think this is uh one of the vocab that really actually uh quite unheard and can be used too if you want to use. So I think next we can continue.
But I think there's another word, catapult. But I
There's
don't
another
know.
word, catapult.
But I don't know which paragraph. Catapult.
Catapult. Oh, okay, catapult. I don't think I see it too. Maybe because I open in my phone. Wait, I search. Catapult. At where did he talk about the catapult?
I can find it right now. But do you know what does it mean?
Catapult, I need to
K-A-T-A-P-U-T.
see the
K-A
catapult.
K-A-T-A-P-U-T.
K-
Catapult.
Was it
Oh,
C?
Kataput.
Not C eh?
Not C-A, it's K.
Oh, I didn't see that word. Kataput.
Yeah. Or is it C-A?
Hmm.
It's K.
At which paragraph? I didn't see that one.
Is it kaput? Kaput? Because I use the control F and I found that word. Kaput.
Okay. What does caput mean?
Okay, if it is kaput, so it means that it is
Uh,
broken or useless.
Ooh.
Answer, could you please read the passage?
page
Could you have
60.
page
Second last,
60?
third last paragraph. When it was over, his excuse for hanging out with her would be kaput.
Oh,
Ooh.
yeah.
That one, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Useless.
So it will be useless because after they finish their job of they debating, I think there is no more thing that they need to do. So it will be yeah.
Kaput.
I thought that you guys have it because because of that I didn't say it. Okay. Moving on to the next one. I think we can have some connections to the real world. Wait, who will be the connector?
Aina.
Me.
Oh, Aina. Okay. Eh,
Okay.
tak apa. It's okay. Go.
Okay. So I found it in page 67 where where Manny said that that wasn't a request. Just don't think I haven't noticed how moppy you've been this week. Being alone in your current state isn't good for your mental health, man. Blake's birthday party is tonight and you are coming with me. So in this passage, we could see that Manny is really consulting, right? Justice to come along with him, to come out from the zone he is now. So I think I would like to connect with some real life situation where we could apply when we see one of our friends. You know, there are some times where we just shut off everything and we want to just stay in our place, being moody throughout the whole time, right? So I think if we see someone like that, we should bring them out for them to forget what they are being through. But don't follow many bringing that someone to like Blake's house and cause a big fight, right? So yeah, I think you should bring to a more proper place instead of house like Blake where Justice suddenly started a fight there. Yeah, that's from me.
Is that chapter 9?
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
it was chapter 9.
Tonight. Blake.
Yes,
Aris.
Okay,
chapter 9,
so
right?
yeah, we are at chapter 9.
Blake. I didn't remember.
Yeah, me
It
too.
is maybe because I'm speed running. Right?
I, I not
Oh,
talk about
sorry,
the
same.
letter. Oh, I thought it was in the letter.
Tadi I
At
cakap
the
yang pasal
Oh, the letter.
Hey, wait a second. Wait. Oh
16.
no, I.
I
Can
think the
you?
letter is just about
Yeah, it's just about
I
telling
think
about
I think this
everything.
is chapter
the
10. Sorry, guys.
chapter
Oh,
10. Oh,
Yeah, that's when she said
Sorry,
67, I was like, that's already chapter 10.
and you didn't stop me.
Then I
no,
was
I
like,
heard
why didn't
like
everyone
68
else
or
I
listen?
was like,
67 like
what
Like,
is
that.
what
this?
is this?
Okay, yeah, sorry guys. I think you all should proceed first. Let me find back my notes.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So I think you can maybe some passage.
Yeah, perhaps you guys want to hear some passage. Okay, let me
Yeah,
just share my screen back. Okay,
yeah.
wait a
Let me see.
second. You guys can see it now.
Yes.
Um, yes.
Alright, so we are at chapter 9, right? Okay,
Yes.
highlighted a lot of passage actually. Okay, so the first one is at the page 61. So check this out. She said, rotating the screen so you could see it. The myth of the super predator was the title of the article. The gaze, blah blah blah. Okay, you guys can read it by yourself. So I guess this is a part of the what they are part where they are being prejudiced toward black people here, as you guys can see. I mean African American, and the other passage that I highlighted here is fortunately the prediction was incorrect. She went on. Crime rates among youth plummeted, which goes against the super predator. I guess. Wait a minute. Okay. So wait. Okay, that is the second thing I highlighted here, and this is where I guess the most important part in this chapter, which is this is something people need to hear about. Just it's an argumentation gold mine. This is how the author is highlighting how they are fighting for. I mean, how justice, with the help of SJ, fighting for his own race. He is trying to prove to people that actually African American is not what they think they are. That's why he is sacrificing his what do we call his winning chance in the in the tournament, just to prove to people that African American is not what they think. And is there anything left I highlighted here? Okay, this last one, I guess it's the last one. Okay, this last one pretty much sums up the whole chapter. That's why I highlighted it. It's about how they win the division of the state debate tournament, and how SJ actually like indirectly reject him,
So
because
sad.
yeah, I know it's so sad, right? Because I mean, SJ gave him all the sign and he did not read it wrong, but I also not sure why SJ actually reject him. Perhaps she is actually surprised with the whole thing and can't cope with it yet. So that's why she is backing up, taking a step backward, because she is actually afraid for what's coming. And I don't know if SJ actually know that what we call Justice Mom didn't want Justice to be with white people. So if she knows that Justice Mom didn't like white girl, perhaps that is why she is actually taking a step backward, because she didn't want to burden Justice with her own presence. But actually, we didn't know yet whether SJ knows about Justice Mom or not. But that's actually what suspense here, because we all don't know why SJ is being like that. Like, because it is obvious that she actually like Justice. Perhaps she has another, like what Bella just said, she has another secret a relationship, perhaps with Jared or Manny. We don't know. Okay, so that's all the important passage in chapter 9.
Okay, can I ask some question? So
Yes.
if you guys
Yes.
are SJ, would you guys do the same? Would you guys reject the case and did not proceed the relationship?
Mm,
Okay, think
Okay.
about that. SJ is white, right? So it's probably have something about their racial background and about long distance relationship or something. But okay, go on.
Okay. To be honest, just like I said before, I need to know what's the situation SJ is in, whether she knows about Justice parents or not. And if I really know about Justice parents, I wouldn't want to be with him. I wouldn't want to cause him a lot more trouble than he's already in. He's already got a lot of people pulling him backwards, such as Jared, and even her mom is causing him some kind of uneasiness since she didn't like white girl, right? That's a lot of. I mean, she can't be a close friend with any white girl. So that's why if I know about Justice mother, I wouldn't want to be. I just this some I just said love is not about getting what you want. It's about giving what the person you love wants, something like that. Okay, so I'm not trying to be romantic here, but yeah, if you love person and it's better to let him go, just let him go. Oh, one more thing. But if I didn't know about about his mother, yeah, why not?
Okay, actually there's an interesting answer. Do you guys want to add anything? Do you guys will accept or not? You guys do the same.
Yeah, I think it's just same like Ayat's because so many things must be going into her mind too. So I think what she did was she thought that was the right for her lah. So she backed off so that no any problems come later because she herself know right. Justice is still with Mello and his mother thinks about all that. So she took the safety precaution and just back off.
But you guys know each other for a long time. You guys know each other's character. Maybe it's with the relationship. Maybe it's with the risk. Olivia or Ansa would like to add
I
something.
think I would take time to see what happened. Because I
How
think
can
it's
you
just
how will you react at that time if you have to take time?
Yeah.
uh,
Yes, I want to know.
Will you
So
reject?
I've been
Maybe it's
thinking the
going to
same
hurt
thing.
that person feeling.
uh I think I really have to wait because I need to consider many options there. Because there are so many options. Either convince his mother to like white people, or to just reject him, or there's so many choice. So I think I have to wait to look for opportunity for the first option. But if it's really impossible, then I go for second one.
Alright, Ansa. Nas, do you have anything to add? We have your
no,
own
I think
answer.
my points are like the others.
You want
I
to
think
accept the kiss?
no.
No.
Um,
What you mean hurt
okay,
the
okay, okay, okay.
feeling?
Actually, I think okay. If everyone talks about rejecting the kiss, I think I can pick the one to accepting the kiss
Think later.
later. Okay, okay. Okay. I think if I pick the kiss, I accept the kiss. Maybe it's because yes, this is the final one, right? The final time where we will be together, and after the competition, like we will not have any other relationship or debating and others. So maybe this is like the last straw, the last one. This is the one. So how could you reject and just wait for another moment? Just because maybe you won't be meeting each other anymore. You will be missing your opportunity. Like that. Yes, maybe there will be some consequences. I
Yeah,
know
not
there will be consequences.
Yes, I was being cautious there, so that's
Yeah,
why
but
I
being
want to
too
wait.
cautious is not a solution. You need to think about the possibility of meeting again.
Oh, so
Existing,
it was
yeah,
supposed
like
to be
that.
a departure kiss, but anything could happen like that. I see.
Yes.
So you're a risk taker, considering that their college is going to be 5 minutes distance, right?
Hmm. Uh, no. I think that's all lah. I don't want to talk about this anymore. This is quite um
All right.
um quite weird.
quite what, Nas, quite what.
But embarrassing.
I feel weird, picking the accepting. I don't Okay, moving on to the summarizer, I think. The time
I
is almost
thought
I
I
would
want.
like to connect.
Can I add a little
uh
more
Yeah, sure.
thing
sure, sure.
before? Actually, there's one more thing we need to consider. Actually, they are in public. They are hugging behind the stage in the public, right? So perhaps SJ didn't want to make it public. That's why she is actually uh step backward when Justice is trying to kiss her. there's always another reason behind someone's action, right? So maybe that's one of the reason. Okay, that's all.
Okay, so I would like to give connection about chapter 9. Okay, I found it in page 60, which is truth to be told, Josh and SJ hadn't settled a topic until a couple of weeks ago. So in that passage, I would like to highlight that I would like to connect with SJ's background actually. So as we see inside this paragraph, they describe her basement having a massive wicker chair, and it is imported from Israel. And another one is she having a pool table, which is not quite usual in majority of people's houses, right? So I think SJ really comes from a rich background. Yeah, that's what I would like to connect with the characters in the novel itself.
Oh, actually, I want to correct some information from our previous videos about whether you would choose brain over beauty, right? Brain or beauty. But actually, SJ is someone who comes with both. She's got the brain and she's got the beauty. So if I were to be justice, I would definitely choose SJ over Melo. Okay.
Yeah, me too. I changed my
Yeah,
mind.
me
BT's
too.
brain is superior.
Okay, so
And
we'll proceed to
Sabar.
summarize it, right?
Yes, I think we can summarize this thing because the time is
Yes,
quite uh,
quite late now. Okay, let's take it easy. Okay. So chapter 9, basically a chapter about tournament, a debate tournament. So SJ and Justice go for a tournament with the doctor, and before the tournament, they have SJ have an idea to give an argument about uh racial racial topic like that. So Justice feel anxious about SJ's ideas because he have some past traumatic stress disorder about race. So he didn't feel easy about that. But surprisingly, Justice and SJ won the tournament and at the first number one place. And at the end of the chapter, he sent yet again another letter to Martin. He said something about SJ. And then he said, I don't know what happened. I thought things were going well. So Justice is in dilemma right there. He don't know, he didn't understand what actually happened, what inside SJ's mind. So at the end of the letter, he said, whatever, I give up. Gonna try to sleep again now. So for my opinion, I don't think Justice will really give up on something like that. So I think he just uh
Whoa.
see what will happen to Justice on the next chapter.
okay. That's all right. If there is no any additional information that you want to add, additional information that you want to add. No, right?
I don't think so. I guess we can end
Uh,
our video here. I mean
yeah,
discussion.
our discussion. So okay, thank you everyone.
Thank you,
See
everyone.
you.
3, 2, 1.
See
Cut.
you.
Yay!